Hey guys, now I've been playing a multiplayer one, but like you don't really play them that often, so I thought I'll do a single player one because that's a bit easier to upload a bit more often. Now, honestly, this is just kind of coming a bit out of the blue, you know, because like I don't really know who to play as. In my own time, I played as the Saxons. I got destroyed. Like, literally all these guys here where my mouse is going over, everything there was at war with me. And all I had was, like, these three territories. I had one territory in Britain and then just got swarmed, so... And I'm not too keen on them, because they've got decent cav and stuff, but it takes ages to get good, like, melee infantry, and it's just meh. And it's the Franks, I haven't played as them, but I've been playing, like, an offline multiplayer one. Well, not an offline multiplayer, but an off-like, recording multiplayer one. And I've been, like, controlling some battles as the Franks, and they're okay. Like, they seem like a bit of a stronger version of the Saxons. But they apparently got an initial, like, hard, but meh. Then, nomadic tribes, oh wait, I missed out one, didn't I? Well, migration ones, so hordes. I haven't tried out hordes yet. Well, I've tried out the Huns for a little bit. I'm not really sure. Those guys are, like, really easy, because you, like, when I also did a bit, obviously, as Eastern Rome, as you can see, like, from the videos I did before, I got, like, wrecked for, like, a few turns. I mean, I killed them in the end, like, well, after, like, 5 turns, but... That's because, yeah, I was a bit dumb, but if you were, like, smart as those guys, could just, like, wreck. The Vandals, they're kind of a bit near the Huns, I don't think I'd want to go as them. Same with the Alans. And the Ostrogoths are kind of in a similar place to the Visigoths, but not quite as good. Then, obviously, there's the Huns, who are probably one of the harder factions after the two Roman empires. They're obviously, like, the faction of the game, because it's Attila, yeah. I mean, they're a bit weird. Like, hordes are weird. Like, I got off to a decent start when I was playing it, but I feel like I might struggle as I go on, so... so I'm not sure from that. Then... Eastern Rome are a bit easier than Western Rome. I mean, like, in all the games of Western Rome I've seen so far, like, literally everything except, like, Iberia and some of these islands, all of those die within, like, 50 turns. Like, in my Saxon campaign, Britain's gone, most of France has gone, like... Italia's gone, North Africa's gone, they're just like limited to these few. They're like really hard just because everyone just hates you and it's all civil war. Then Eastern Rome isn't quite as hard, but there's all those hordes that you gotta worry about and like the Huns. And like just public order's a bit of a challenge. I mean expansion will be hard as them. So with the other Western Romes, then the Sassanids. Now I think these guys are like one of the easier factions in the game. Well yeah, easy down there. I mean, they've got more client states than anything, but, like, the big challenge about them is up against Eastern Rome, but I know for a fact that when I was playing Eastern Rome, there's, like, one army. No, there's 2 armies down here. Like, one there, and then one in Judea, then one up here. So, it's a relatively unopposed border, really. I'd say more in the Sassanids' favour. So they're a possibility. And then finally the Norsemen. Now, these guys are cool, and I've seen how they can just, like in my campaign, the Saxons, the Jutes, oh, not on this map, so it's easy to see. Oh yeah, well, these guys as well. They've taken, like, all of Iberia, France, and just, like, killed all of it. It's just like, wow. They just, like, destroy it. Oh. But my only issue with them is, again, is like the Saxons, their units are kind of a bit crap. They just suck a bit. So, like, I'm not really sure whether I want to go as those guys, because, But, okay, I'm going to go as the Sassanids. We've gone hard. Come on. All my victory objectives. Okay. Campaign settings, battle time, yeah, okay. Yep, all that's fine. I want that just because don't want to lose any saves. And let's go. I'm gonna watch the opening cutscene for this one because I haven't played as the Sassanids, and I think like they're all a little bit different. Like the Roman one was different to the Saxon one, so I'm just gonna watch this cutscene and let it play out when the fucking game loads. It's always a bit slow when you first set up a game. I mean, after this, loading times are quite fast because I've got it on my SSD, but the first one, when you're setting up a campaign, is always a bit slow. And it doesn't help when I'm recording. It's only drivers for this game. There hasn't been any yet for NVIDIA. Which is kind of crap. I mean, it doesn't run badly, but it runs so much better if they release some drivers.
The air was filled with smoke and blood. What the Romans stole, the East reclaimed with vengeance. As Emperor Valerian discovered, when his love of wealth was rewarded with molten gold. Rome was the city of lies. They insulted the desert, but never conquered eastern lands, for they were weak and divided. Arrogance was punished. And behold, a red horse, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. The men of the East forged their spears in the fires of truth, and purged the world of darkness. It was their duty. They made ready for war. Your dominion over the East is strong. Ardashia's great legacy is at last secure. Now, you must look to expand the Empire westward. Rome is divided and surrounded by enemies. There may never be a better time to reassert the natural order of Persian rule throughout Asia Minor and the Levant. Support for the Eastern Roman Empire and its religion is strong, so a steady approach may be wiser than a brute offensive. Keep eyes on the north, for the inexorable Huns and their allies are on the move, thirsty for plunder and the blood of civilized men. Ultimately, you must bring just and wise rule to the world, laying the foundations of a Sassanid empire that will last until the end of time.
Okay, that was a pretty cool cutscene, and that guy's kind of explained. So he says it'd be better to go for kind of a bit of a steady approach. I agree to that. I agree with that to a degree. I mean, personally, I think that, like, as you can see, there's one army here, and I think there's one... Oh, I'm so used to multiplayer on this game. Okay, I'll use my cursor. There's one up here, somewhere. And there is... Okay, I can't see there yet. But this is Alexandria. There's one there, and there's one there. Or I think it might be there's one there and one there. And so there's those guys. And now these guys, they're like allies of Eastern Rome, so I don't really want to kill those guys. Okay, so let's see what we're going to research first. Persian bows replace... Persian bowmen replace Persian bows. Armenian spears replace Persian levy. Okay. And that, the noble estate. I think I'm going to go for that, just to build some more troops. Let's check out diplomacy. So, as I thought, we've got quite a lot of puppet states. Jesus, look at this. We've got Armenia. Fuck. Atropine. Aria. Parthia. Oh, I didn't even know the Parthians still existed. Markan. Manzun. Arbashir, I think that says. Then the Lakhmids. Do all of those guys like me? Okay, these guys fucking hate me, but it's improving. Slowly. I guess they're like the newest subjugations, and these guys. Oh, that's deteriorating, so I might have to go put those guys down if things carry on like that. So anyone else we can trade with? The Gassnids. Yeah, these guys are the military allies of the Eastern Roman Empire. Those are the only guys that we could open up trade with, I think. Who are these guys? Where are they? Okay, they hate me, so they could be an option to go for. The only issue I have with kind of going for those guys is the Huns start off up here in like in Samarti Europia, like on the Crimea here, or in this, however, is that Pontus. So, that looks cool. Constantinople. Yeah. So I'm just gonna see if I can get trade with these guys because I don't think the Romans will want it because dicks. We want all the money we can. Non-aggression pact, and they want to be paid for it. Fuck off. Okay, they don't want trade. Even though you hate me, Rome, how about a trade?
As always, a welcoming host.
Oh, fuck you then. Okay, so we've got like military access and subjugation with all of these guys pretty much around us. So we're free to move. Well, we're relatively free to move. 4,000 a turn. Okay, I should probably expand some farms. Where's this mess at? Okay, that's down here. Oh, I remember this settlement. I had like an epic battle here in Rome too. Okay. All of these just give scholar and public order -1. That's the most food. 300 wealth. 20 food. That's not a lot of food. That's kind of a crap one. Don't really want to go for the wheat fields there, I don't think. Now that one's a possibility. So that's not bad.